All right, they are here, and I am excited. I have to admit. We are back. Billy and Alexander are here, our judges. Of course, Alexander won this competition 10 years ago. Billy is a rock legend and a friend of show. Aaron, right now we are going to bring on the Serenity Chamber players. Andrew, why don't you come up here and speak right into the mic. How are you, Drew?
I am well, Tony. How are you?
Good to see you. We're so glad to have you. First of all, explain. You are a quartet. What instruments will you be playing today?
Yep. So today we have 4 members of Serenity. So we have
how many total are there?
We have 9 instrumentalists that play with, and we have a 12 to 15 piece choir that joins us at Christmas time when we do Christmas concerts.
Very cool. So who is here today?
All right. So this is my brother Alec, also known as AJ. He's playing an alto clarinet.
Yeah, I thought it was a
instrument.
Glorified sax. It's an alto clarinet. I thought it was just souped up, AJ, but really nice.
Yeah. And then we have Kaz Kojima. Kaz is playing viola today.
Kaz, beautiful instrument. You do a good job there. Who else?
And then we have our violinist, Meg. She's the one on the audition.
Oh, Meg, that was beautiful. All right, now, what is your background, kids? Where have you just do this in school? Have you played in orchestras? How does everybody get into this?
So we all go to the same church.
Okay.
So that's how we all met. We have a lot in common when it comes to music. My dad has a training in classical music. Their mom has a training in classical music as well. Both our dads work for NASA. So there was a lot of connections that we had going into that. So we've been playing together, and that's actually we started about 6 years ago. And our goal is just to be a blessing in the community with classical music and sacred music. So it's been about 6 years. 2017 is when we gave our first concert. We like to use it also as an opportunity to encourage young people to take up an instrument and play and give them opportunities.
Yeah, so when I was getting my head beat in playing football, you guys were practicing instruments. And look at how smart you are now, and look what happened to me. How often do you guys play out?
So
you obviously play church.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. We do play at church. So we have we put on about 3 or 4 concerts a year out of our home church in Broadview Heights. We also at Christmas time especially, we'll do. I think we've got 5 Christmas concerts scheduled in 7 days.
Okay,
so a little bit of a
but that's your time.
But that's our time,
right?
Yes, sir.
And now, what would a concert consist of? How many songs would you play? Various artists.
We would play. We usually do some like more serious classical pieces that have a Christmas theme, and then we'll do a bunch of with the choir. So it usually is about 10 to 12 pieces.
Okay.
About an hour to 20-minute program.
Do you need a conductor?
Yes, sir.
I'm available.
You can take it.
Yeah. What is it? 9-piece? Alexander, do you think I can pull that off? What do you think?
For sure.
Guys, do you have any questions? Any questions for Andrew and his group? Billy, anything?
Well, I'm looking forward to it coming from my grandma, Tilly Bohensky. I'm interested in that alto clarinet, so I'm going to be.
Grandma played that?
She played a clarinet.
Wow.
But Tilly Bohensky, that was my grandma.
Have you performed with strings?
Oh, yeah. I have a trio, and I play with clarinets a lot. Clarinet's one of my favorite
Beautiful, isn't it? Alexander's a pianist, fantastic. He won this competition 10 years ago. We did it 10 years ago, and we brought it back this year, and he's all grown up. By the way, he was 20 when he won this 10 years ago. All right, what are you going to be performing for us today?
So we're going to be performing an excerpt by Tchaikovsky. We heard you mention Tchaikovsky the other day on the radio, and so we said, well, let's take a cue from that.
All right, Drew.
So, Andante, Cantabile.
Very nice. Paul, you need a little Tchaikovsky.
Oh, I'm ready for this.
Aaron, are you ready? What do you think?
I'm
really excited.
I've never
for
been
this.
more ready for anything.
Yeah.
Now, do you think this performance is going to attract a wider audience?
I would think so. Now, because what I said was, I was going to give them the number of the club at my club because we have people come in and play for Mother's Day and,
for
and
weddings
stuff like that.
and,
Are you guys interested in that, or are you doing enough already? Could you use a little more business, or what do you think, Drew?
I mean, we have a lot on our plate right now.
Okay.
We're always open.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Because I'm sure there's some really rich people listening right now that would be like, you know what? I want them to perform for my dinner next Friday.
Right.
And everybody's got a price. Hell, Elton John plays private events for $1 million.
It's romantic. Do you think anybody, like, what if Pitaro or like Bob Iger, like the head of Disney, came to
I'm
town?
sure
They were
they
like,
do.
what are they talking about?
Yep.
Breaking down tonight's Guards game,
Yeah.
talking Browns. on
No,
ESPN.
we've got a string quartet, and I'm looking
There
forward
you
to
go.
it. All right, here we go. Judges, are you ready? Chris,
ready.
are you ready? Mike,
Ready.
our sound guy, Michael, you are ready. Serenity chamber players, are you ready? Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present the Serenity chamber players. Let's go to our judges. Alexander, I'll start with you.
Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. Truly cantabile, right? Cantabile means to sing, a very sung-like characteristic. Gorgeous sound. The tuning was wonderful. Your preparation for the starts of phrasing was gorgeous. Some advice, perhaps, with the violin and the, was it the alto clarinet? Yeah. Exchanging those melodies back and forth. I think when one takes over, perhaps the other can recede a bit, so we can have a true dialogue there musically, but gorgeous ensemble, really, really beautifully in tune.
Billy.
How do I beat that description? Well, I thought it was a great name for your ensemble, and because of the mood you guys created in here, all of us, it just the mood that you create. I thought your tuning, you guys were in tune, and your dynamics were right on, and it moved me, and it means a lot. You guys are great.
How did you pick that selection? Were there other ones, Drew, that you wanted, or you just felt like that would be a good one for representation?
So we started with a list of 10 and worked our way down of our repertoire, and we picked this piece because, as Alex mentioned, we felt it was true to our name. It's Serenity, meaning that we're trying to provide just a little bit of peace and tranquility in a world that is very busy and a lot going on, and share a little bit of God's love with
You know,
people.
it's funny. You guys are so beautiful. The music is so beautiful. And this block party is going to be so ugly. I don't know if you'll make it to the final three. Quite frankly, I think you're probably too good for the block party. But you got to play something else for me. I'm sorry. I cannot have you play. Is that okay? Can you do a little something else right now for us? Yeah. Can you do another piece for us? Did you practice anything?
I don't know that we brought anything
The kids
else,
are looking
but,
around going, come on, Rizzo. Can you break me off a little something to take us out to break? Because why don't we just do it again? I would love to hear it again.
Okay.
I really would. You guys brought all your stuff down here. You played for like 2 minutes, and I just enjoyed it. Guys, are you right? Can we hear it one more time on our way out?
Let's go.
Listen, first of all, thank you for coming down here, number one. We wish you all the best. Aaron, when will they find out about if they make it to the block party?
Yeah, so we have 10 in-studio performances this week. We had 2 yesterday, 2 today, and then we'll have 2 Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. And then we have a system we put together in order to narrow it down to our final 3. They'll perform live a week from Friday at our block party on June 23rd, where we will have a live vote to determine our winner for the first time since Alex won this bad boy back in 2013.
Now, you know, if I were to hit the lotto and, you know, let's say for like $200 million, I would just have these guys at my house when I came home, just like literally playing just for an hour a night. I would just have them come in and play. I don't know, 500, 600. What are you kidding me?
Do you think, you know, it's interesting. Cleveland is really like a classical music hotbed. And I don't know if people realize this. I mean, you and I go to Severance Hall, but Cleveland has one of the finest, right, Alex, symphony orchestras in the entire world.
Yeah, top 5.
I mean, top 5 guys in the world.
That's insane.
But I think this music, you know, it's funny. Like, are we still going to be listening to Cardi B 300 years from now?
Maybe.
Like Beethoven and
I
Tchaikovsky.
like Lizzo, you know, but that's me.
Alex, their stuff still brings crowds.
Yeah.
What is it about this music that makes it last so long?
It's complexity. It's focused. It's beautiful. I mean, all these modern day artists, they'd be nowhere without Bach. Bach
Right, yeah.
created them.
Yeah, and I have to say the depth of the piece that they did, if you listen carefully to the way the 4 pieces combine into the one melody, is outstanding.
Yeah. So with classical music, it helps to explain where the music comes from. So that way your audience is put into a mindset of listening to something that's much more complex than what they're hearing on the radio.
All right, again, they're going to take us out to break. Guys, great job. Thank you for being here. The Serenity Chamber Players. We got one more segment with our judges. Give them a big round of applause. The Serenity Chamber Players. Thank you, guys. Back with more after this.
This season, the only way to spend your drive home